Mike, how's Kobe going to do tonight? He's playing. What do you think he's going to do? He's playing 35 minutes. Can he do whatever he wants?
He's been in this thing a long time, so I think he'll be fine. But it's tough to predict what anybody do at any time. I think he'll be fine though.
It has to give you a great sense of relief to know that he's going to play.
Yeah, no, Jim. You hope that he and everybody can play, and obviously, I said this before. If he couldn't, or somebody else couldn't, then the next guy's got to lace him up and get out there and get after it. But to have a guy like Kobe in the lineup, know that he's available is definitely a good thing. It's definitely a big positive for us.
What if they told you about the risk of further damage if you place him?
From my understanding, there's no risk. Obviously, if it bothers him or something like that, then we pull him out. But I think it's just, from my understanding, it's good. He's good enough to go, and there's no risk with him going that he will damage it further.
As far as Dwight, do you have a minute limit that he has to go through for a while?
No, I don't have a minute limit on anybody.
How much does it hurt you guys going into the season if you didn't have the whole starting five together much in the preseason?
Well, obviously, yeah, we'd like to have everybody together the whole time for all the games and all the practices, but it didn't happen. And so we just got to keep on keeping on with the next best thing. And it gave other guys a chance to step up and play some things that they might not have played if everybody was healthy. And I still look at this thing as a process. It's a long process. This is not, the season's not going to be won or lost tonight or in the next week or anything like that. I think at the end of the day, we have to go through this process in order to be where we want to be at the end of the year. So it is what it is, and we'll be fine.
Michael, it's almost a silver lining that Kobe was off his feet for 7 days, so he recharged the motor.
You can look at it that way to a certain degree, because he was going pretty hard. He's always a guy that goes or gets after it pretty good, and to help slow him down a little bit. From that standpoint, if you want to look at it, it might not have been a bad thing. It might have helped slow him down a little bit, and then, like I said, also give other guys an opportunity to step up and play some minutes that they might not have played. So, but we'll see.
Mike, how would you assess the month leading up to today, and what things went better than you expected, or what things that you hoped maybe did come smooth?
I tell you, I really enjoyed the month. I enjoy what we're doing offensively. I enjoy what we're doing defensively. The group of guys we have, they're terrific human beings. Before they're great basketball players, and second they're great basketball players. Staff worked really hard. I enjoyed being around those guys. I felt like we learned a lot. Obviously, some of the injuries kind of held us back just a little bit, and then the learning curve of some of the new stuff that we're putting in held us back a little bit. But I kind of like where we are in the process because we got a lot of room to grow. And to me, the growth potential is more exciting than where we're at right now. Having said that, I still kind of like where we're at. We may get knocked in the head and realize that we're not world beaters yet.
Hey, Coach, still no last-minute deal yet with Time Warner. Are you concerned that a lot of the Laker fans are not going to be able to see Laker games in the future?
Am I concerned about it?
Any feelings at all?
You hope that everybody can get a chance to watch us play. The fan base has been extremely loyal. They're very passionate. They bleed purple and gold. So, you hope that everybody has an opportunity to watch games, especially Laker games, when and if they choose to do so.
Mike, is there any sense of relief that the season's finally starting? All this hypes for the last 4 or 5 months. Is there any sense of relief you finally get to play?
Yes, mainly for our guys. I can practice all day long. I enjoy it. I enjoy trying to get better in the process and all that. But it is going to be fun to go out and play a different color jersey. I know our guys are more relieved probably than we are as a staff.
How'd the team chemistry?
I feel it's pretty good. I feel like all the guys respect one another, and I think that's where it starts. And with the respect that they have for one another, I think they can carry over onto the floor, on both ends of the floor. So again, I think I think the team chemistry at the end of the day will be strong. But I think it's a big thing for our team. You know, we have to understand what the word together means, and we have to be that way in order to get over some hurdles that we're going to face throughout the course of the year.
Because of the injuries and everything else, Mike, how long do you think it's going to take before this team's, pretty much put together and running smoothly?
It's a good question. I don't know. I know what I hope. I hope that come after Christmas sometime, January before All-Star break, we're clicking a little bit. So so now we go away for All-Star break and we come back and take another week or so to figure it out and then take off from there. So, but I don't know. It's an intelligent team. It may happen sooner than later, or it may not.
Mike, the bench was kind of this during the exhibition season. Did you see enough of things to turn the page now that the real stuff begins?
I think so, Mike. That's a good question. I don't know. I messed around with it a lot trying to figure out the different combinations and stuff like that because we've had different guys play well at different times, and we had guys out at going into the preseason. I had Jordan Hill slotted as my backup power forward, and he basically was out most of the preseason, and so then I had to slide Antoine Jameson there, and I wanted to take a look at Antoine at the small forward, and I didn't get a chance to see him at the small forward much. So I messed around and tweaked it enough or a lot to where, and with the injuries, that I didn't give them a great look, but we'll see. In practice at times they look good, and I think it can carry over to the floor because it's going to have to. It's going to have to. We're going to need those guys to play some minutes and be effective while they're out there in order to give our starters a rest. But another thing that I do is I'll make sure at least one starter, as much as possible, is on the floor with the guy to come off the bench to help that group out a little bit.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks, Coach.
Warren, McGarry, no questions?